emotions after that? What did you make of that win?
Oh, a bit of relief, especially with Blair Kinghorn lining up and had a lot of noise in the crowd. I thought it was over. See, there's a lot of Aussies or a lot of drunk Scotsmen in the stands, but yeah, look, we're happy to hang on, and I'm proud of the effort because at 15-6, we'd given up a soft one straight after half time, but we fought our way back in and got our nose in front.
What does that do just for your tour morale, belief in the sheds?
Yeah, look, well, we can be a lot better. We had a lot of possession down there, 22, but we didn't convert. And we know Scotland are very good post tackle and managed to get their hands on a bit of ball. So we're going to have to be better against France, obviously, but it's been a hell of a lot of hard work from a lot of people, and nice to get a result for the group.
James, what's the most pleasing aspect for you?
Try.
Yeah, my third try in my career. No, probably just the outcome. We've had a season where we've lost a fair few games in the last kind of 10 minutes, and it was nice to actually come out on the right side of the scoreboard tonight. So that's probably the most pleasing thing. But Ren said it, the character shown by the boys just to hang in there and keep creating opportunities, and we took enough.
Dave, the breakdown was a bit of a mess. The penalty count on both sides was through the roof. What was going on there? Was that poor accuracy? Was the referee not quite looking after that area as he should have been? What was your view?
Well, I know, look, we got pinged early. Jamie's pretty good at getting his hands on the ground before he contests. I think it took Luke a little while to pick up on that, so they got a couple of steals early. Later on they got penalised for the same thing. So, look, it's a tough area of the game, and both sides are very competitive and keen to play and play off turnover balls. So, we haven't got any issues with the officiating.
How pleased were you with the response? 15-6 down, the game could have started to get away from you, but the guys seemed to really roll up their sleeves at that stage. It's important for the tour, it's important for the group, and we've got plenty of character in here, and it's just good to see that out on the park tonight.
Dave, what was your view on the Glenn Young incident? Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Do you think red?
No.
No. Why?
I don't know. I mean, I looked at it. I think obviously they put it on the screen. They had a decent look at it, and they determined it was like bicep to the head. I'm happy with that.
What happened with the Hunter Pisani incident?
You mean when he got yellow
He
card?
showed the yellow card and then
get out of jail free card. So, the way they described it was intentional knockdown and the same penalty, and there was no cover, so yellow card. But the TMA picked up that we actually had people in behind that, so there was no obvious line break opportunity, so they reversed it. Yeah, I hadn't seen it before.
Dave, you know Scottish rugby well enough. What's your view of how the team, the country has moved over the last couple of years since you left?
It's a great question you asked me. It's the same as what I said the other day. They went to Argentina with a pretty young squad, and were very competitive over there, and probably should have won the series. Apart from conceding the last scrum. They play in a Six Nations comp where Ireland and France are the best in the world, and so I think even tonight they've got a bit of firepower to come back in from the English Premiership. I know their staff well, obviously, and I've got a huge amount of respect for them.
Dave, you've experience with Australia, and I suppose in all your career of that losing games late on, probably the sorest ones to lose. Scotland are in this kind of bit of a cycle of this now, in Argentina and now again. Is that the toughest thing to deal with for a coach, is when you're just losing those fine margin games?
Yeah, look, I know with us, you know, we've broken our whole game down. We've looked at areas where you know, we think we can make shifts and that'll make a genuine difference to a result. And you know, the key for us is to back up tonight with a better performance. You know, we know we've got a lot more in us. So yeah, like it's tough. You know, World Rugby at the moment, there's not a hell of a lot in, you know, amongst the top 8 sides, and anyone could beat anyone on any given day. So, you know, like I say, we're happy we stayed in the fight and found a way to win.
How do you think the team's discipline was tonight and what was going through your head when Taniela had his hands on the ground there at the end, that last penalty?
Yeah, no, I wasn't excited by that. Yeah, I reckon like we got pinged a couple of times, which I'll debate with Lick. Yeah, so overall, certainly from an offside point of view, we've worked really hard on that. I don't think we gave an offside penalty away tonight. If we did, it was one. So those are things we can control. The collision penalties are always a little bit 50-50. I think, you know, probably Taniela, he had 2 digs at that, and when there's no time left on the clock, you know, we're probably better off not contesting and getting a wall in front of him and try and force an error. So he was probably more relieved than anyone.
Some good and bad from Tate and Burnham tonight. How do you think they fared?
Yeah. I thought, you know, we knew that Tate could run and open him up, and he found a lot of space. It was messy around the back of the ruck, you know, especially down in the A zone, and you know, so he got, I guess, a lot of ball that was bobbling around, and they come through and put pressure on. So that affects the quality of his pass and the combination with Bernard. So obviously we'll have a decent look at footage on the flight home, and but happy with the contribution.
Last couple, please, go.
Dave, you spoke about relief at the start. Just with obviously France and Ireland and others to come, but obviously 2 of the best teams in the world at the minute, how important was to be on the right side of that scoreboard tonight in terms of momentum going forward over the next few weeks?
Yeah, look, it helps, doesn't it? It'll be nice. We're flying back to St Etienne tonight, and we'll wake up in our own beds, and so it's been great to try at the base. Yeah, no, like we'll review strongly because we know we'll be a lot better, but you know, it's test footy and your arm wrestles, and good to come out on the right side of a ledger.
Regardless of that kick at the end, do you think that you were the better? Because obviously it came down to meters, whether you win or lost that game. Do you think you were the better side?
Well, it's a game of inches all the way, isn't it? You know, they had opportunities to score, we had opportunities to score, and so yeah, look, we're just happy that we had more points than them at the end of it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We've got to get to that flight, unfortunately. Did you have one quick one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Just what obviously France
We'll
next.
see what the question is first.
France next. What have you made of them lately? You know, the form they're in.
Yeah, it's hard to get a gauge on their Japanese tour. So really, we've focused on their Six Nations, where they were very impressive. You know, we know they're going to kick a lot. They play 0 rugby down their end of the field, but it does create opportunities. So yeah, we're going to have to look after the ball well, and you know, we want to play against them. They prefer to play without the ball. They're very similar to South Africa. So you know, similar mindset playing them.